Okay, so I am recording this at a time when I'm not even usually out of bed, but it has been like a month since the last time I uploaded a video. And I said before that's because, the house has become way too busy. Like, it really has become way too busy. Even just one more person than you're used to being in the house. But it's not just one more person, it's one more person and two more cats. And then, it's been super busy. And then on top of that, 2.5 weeks, 3 weeks, probably getting close to 3 weeks ago, I found something out in real life that has been eating up like 90% to 95% of my brain power. And I thought the recycle truck was gone, but I guess they're still out there. So if you hear sounds, that's the truck picking up recycle on our street. Yeah, speaking of kitties, there's one of the new kitties in the room right now, but there's absolutely no way I can catch her to show her to you because, hi, Tilly. She's a cute little cat, but she's not one for touching. She's extremely skitterish, and if you can kind of touch her, that's about as best you can do. You can't pick her up and cuddle her. She's not a cuddly cat. So, there's no way I can show you what she looks like. I mean, I could show you a picture, but never mind. This is getting way too off track. What was I gonna say? There's many things that I could say, many things that I don't know, but I mean, the things you wouldn't understand unless you're someone that has ADHD and potentially other things. I don't know what it is, but I don't think it's just ADHD that I have. The more I look into stuff like autism, for instance, I'm starting to heavily wonder if I am one of those mix. Because there's a lot of things about my brain and whatnot that are like contradictory to each other, which is something they say is a common trait of people that are both autistic and have ADHD. And there's also things in my life that, that doesn't seem to be driven at all by what everybody is saying drives ADHD, etc. So, that was on my mind lately. And when I say that something is taking up 90 to 95% of my brain power, that's going down a little bit. Maybe right now it's at 85% of my brain power. Maybe down to 80. I don't know. But, it's the hyperfocus thing that people talk about. But it's like more than that. It's not just my brain power. It's like everything. It is so big in my brain that it's like so hard to think. Like emotionally, mentally, even physically. Like everything gets affected when my brain fixates that heavily on something. And it just won't shut up to the point where I have not been sleeping properly for quite a while. Lately, I've finally been kind of sleeping again, but still. Hi, Chiaki. She's probably going to jump up on me soon, so you'll see Chiaki. But, all of this rambly whatever, I'm probably going to cut out a whole bunch of that because, my goodness, rambly. The update videos that almost nobody ever watches. This is why I've been gone for a month. But, exciting stuff. Hopefully soon I'll be able to play more of the Final Fantasies again because, I have a PlayStation 2, so right now I can play Final Fantasy X and Final Fantasy X-2. I haven't got to because, my goodness, the stress in that game. Because I want Titus, but it is so insanely difficult to get Titus. I'm like, what's the point of playing this stupid game? And I know there's still a point, because there is a story and whatnot, and I really should just play it and not care. But at the same time, you go through all that effort because you want Titus, and then you get one of the stupid, horrible endings where he doesn't come back, and there's like, my sister played it and said, there's the ending where you get Titus, and there's a bunch of crap. Well, you couldn't have an in-between one? The crap. Anyway. But that's all I can play with the Final Fantasies, is 10, 10-2, or 12, because I only have a PlayStation 2. But lately I went and decided to just go ahead and get a PlayStation 1 as well, so when it finally comes, I got a bunch of the earlier Final Fantasies as well. At the moment, I've already got 4 and 6 came in a pack thing. And I can play them on a PlayStation 2, but I can't save the game, so I have to wait for the PlayStation to come. It's going to be hey, today's the 10th, so sometime within the next week, hopefully, is when it comes. And then, Final Fantasy 1 and 2 are on the way later this month. They'll arrive. Hopefully Final Fantasy 9 is still arriving. That was interesting. I woke up today to an email saying that my memory card for for PlayStation 1 and another one for PlayStation 2, and the game Final Fantasy 9, there seems to be an error in processing, so we've refunded you. Go ahead and keep the purchase if you want it, or donate it, or give it back, or like whatever you want to do with it. Lost in transition or something is what it says. It says now expected to arrive on April 12th and April something. I'm like, processing error? You want to give me this game and these memory cards for free if they show up? Like, what on earth do you mean by a processing error? Is it still coming or not? Oh man, interrupted. Is it still coming or not? Like, I don't know, a squishy ball thing. This thing, it feels like I'm kneading raw dough. It's interesting. But yeah, anyway, so that's happening. Hopefully they're still on their way. I don't know why they gave me my money back, but okay, I didn't say anything. That's up to them, whatever. I hope it still arrives because, like, I think it was 9, maybe it was 8, but I think it was 9. I already tried ordering it once, and they're like, oh, sorry, turns out we're out of stock, so refund. I'm like, I want the game. Would you please give me the game? Final Fantasy is still, like, top favorite. Like, top favorite. Of all the ones, like Final Fantasy VIII, Squall is my absolute top Final Fantasy character. Some of the others and stuff are really close behind him, but Squall is still the very top. But Final Fantasy VIII as a whole, I love that game. There's lots of things I absolutely love about it. It, as a whole, is one of my top favorite Final Fantasies, but probably 9 and 12, in my opinion, are the two best in terms of the fullest, most complete story, the fullest, most complete cast, the most standout-ish characters right across the board. All of them stand out as unique and all the rest of that stuff. In Final Fantasy VIII, I love all the characters, but most of them end up blending together and don't really stand out from each other. It really sucks, I tell ya. I keep forgetting that my sister is having trouble with her video maker program, and therefore I keep forgetting to just give me Final Fantasy X back again, because Final Fantasy X and 12, I had the videos recorded for them how long ago, but I keep forgetting them, or I'm not in the mood, or something else is going on, so I still haven't edited them and got them up. And then Final Fantasy VII, I wanted to refilm, so, like, I'm kind of annoyed that those videos still aren't out, and I don't know, like, the last ones I put up only had, like, 4 views each. It seems like somebody was actually interested in knowing, but not very many people are interested in knowing, and, like, I mean, at least for the people that were interested, I wanted to get them up, and, like, I don't know. It's kind of annoying, but Final Fantasy VII I haven't got back to because I'm like, brain power. There's too many things going on. But, since we're on the Final Fantasy topic, look what I bought. It's so cool looking! It is so cool looking! The detail is incredible! Like, ooh! And considering what he looks like in the detail and all the rest of that kind of stuff, he was actually not as expensive as you might think. Zack. So cool. And he came with a second head that has his eyes closed and second arms so that he's holding the sword up in front of him in his Zack pose. It's so cool looking. It's weird how he can be cute and cool all at the same time. Like, his face. I have to take a picture of him and put him up so you can see it properly or whatever. The coloring in here is not the greatest right now because I can't open my curtains. But it's kind of dark. Not very good lighting right now. Sorry. So, yeah. And then, lately, I mean, the regulation of stuff. When something is eating up most of your brain power, that's the problem. There's also the regulation of stuff. How do you regulate yourself again? And see, this is another reason why I wonder if perhaps I actually have autism as well. Is because, like, ADHD people definitely have problem regulating, but it's, like, different from my understanding. The regulation problem is different between the two. And, like, kitty cat. Rolling back and forth and doing her little wiggly dance the cats like to do. It's really hard to focus on anything lately, even stuff I want to do, like watching dramas. Here's the problem with that. I'm an English show that I recently found again. I found the entire thing at a secondhand store for fairly cheap, considering it was the entire thing, which is 5 seasons and 22 episodes each season. And that's like the ancient English show Andromeda. Oh, there's plenty about it that I do not like. The main thing I don't like is Rev and the whole religion thing that they're bringing up, because they are cramming, like, I see elements of, like, at least 3, if not 4, if not more, different religions crammed together in a messy mud pile that's just gross and frustrating and irritating and annoying, and I absolutely hate it. I'm so mad that that character is part of everything. Plus, the character himself is just ugly. He's, like, disturbingly ugly. He's not just ugly, like, he looks like somebody, like, took his skin and ripped it open and stuff like that. Just, like, ripped it open. I'm like, why? Why? Of all the different characters that you have, like, they're aliens, so they're wearing costumes and whatnot, of all the different ones you brought on there, he's literally the only one that is straight up ugly. Why did he have to be one of the main characters? So mad. But that one's a good, like, you know, a little bit of talk, but also action and whatnot. It's just, like, English. And you don't understand. When I've been watching Asian for so long, I go through Asian language withdrawal when, like, for how many days? Like, when did I start it again? That wasn't the first place. April 1st, yeah. So, like, April 1st, April 2nd, April 6th, April 7th, watching it and not watching much of the Asian stuff. Mostly Mandarin. I'm, like, going through withdrawal, and I just feel weird, and I'm like, what's wrong with me? And I'm like, oh, well, that's what's wrong with me. I haven't heard any Mandarin, Korean, or Japanese in forever. So, withdrawal. It just feels wrong. So there's that one. But then the problem is the other, like, the Asian ones that I'm in the middle of right now. There's yeah, 1, 2, 3. There's 3 Asian dramas that I'm in the middle of right now. But the problem is I don't want to watch any of them, because, like I said at the top of my page here on April 3rd, I am not in the mood for daily life / romance dramas. When my brain power is being entirely eaten up by something in real life, like, every second that there's any kind of quietness whatsoever, my brain reverts to thinking about it. This is what I mean by taking up 90 to 95% of my brain power. Everything slides back to that. Even when I'm in the middle of a conversation with someone, it's even remotely related, or even if it's got nothing to do with it, but they're talking a little too slowly or whatever, my brain is back on this other thing, and it won't let it go, and it keeps going back to it, and all the rest of this stuff. So when I'm watching a drama, if there's not enough action and not enough, like, of my kind of thing, like specific types of action and or fantasy and or, like, you know, if it's too much of a day-to-day whatever, my brain can't focus on it. It's too slow. It's too whatever. Like, I'm sitting there trying to watch it and my brain is over there. My brain is over there. My brain is over there. I can't focus on this right now. And, like, that's hard enough when my brain is not being eaten up by it. You're going to hear the bird clock soon because it's 10 a.m. My brain can't focus. So there's 3 things here. One of them is focusing on better, but, like, okay, one of them is You Are My Secret. Like, I want to watch this one because of Miles, but at the same time, it's one already, even if it's Miles. Watching this drama, I knew when I started it. I watched, on March 27th, I watched 4 episodes. I'm 9 minutes and 15 seconds into the 5th episode. All of that. I watched all in a row on the same day, March 27th. I haven't watched any of it since then. Finally, she came up. Say hello, Jackie. Haven't watched any of it since then because I'm like, are you gonna lay down or jump back down again? There's the bird. Cat! Standing on my lap is not helpful. You're in the way. Purr, 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 purr. Yeah, anyway. You're gonna have to jump back down, cat, because if you're not gonna lay down, you're in the way. Puh, great. Now I got hair all over my face. Yeah. See, You Are My Secret is not working for me right now. Puh, cat hair. Puh. Ew. And then there's Flaming Hearts, which the last time I watched any of it was April 1st. April 1st? That doesn't seem right. Well, I watched some of it more recently than that. That's weird. Flaming Hearts. I wanted to watch this one. One, because of the main actor, who now I forget his name all of a sudden. But yeah, I went searching for more dramas that he's in because I wanted to see some more stuff that he's in. But also, too, because it's firefighters. And, like, firefighters, in general, that job, people that go and do firefighters, I can't speak for every individual, but firefighters in general are some of my heroes. it's so cool and all this stuff, and they're so brave and so courageous and all the rest of this kind of stuff. Like real life heroes, firefighters are some of them. But, the problem is, I'm hearing sounds and I don't know what those sounds are. I don't know if that's the animals or if my brother came upstairs. I think it's the animals. Anyway, what was I saying? Flaming Hearts, the problem is that it's one of those ones that isn't focusing on the firefighting. Oh, they must be playing with their toy. It's definitely a cat. The problem is that they're not focusing on the firefighting. It's like, it's another one of those ones, like, they form a team between the doctors and the firefighter rescue people. The description and everything about it made it sound like it was action. I was going to get some kind of action. But no. It's not only is it actually 90% romance and maybe 10% some action, it's also multiple romances. There's, what did I count? At least 4 different couples in this one. And we're skipping back and forth between these different couples forming. Because, like, you know, they're all at different stages. So they're all, I mean, like, the 2 main characters, 5 episodes in, and the main characters have already formed a relationship and then broke that relationship up. 5 episodes into this drama. Are you kidding me? So yeah, I didn't sign up for another romance drama. I wanted to watch an action drama. And then, the other one that I'm watching right now is Breaking the Shadows. That one was currently airing. By this point, if you're a VIP, you can watch the entire thing. It's only 17 episodes. It's another one. AuDHD has been doing this a lot. Like, what is happening in China right now? I'd like to know. Because there are so many dramas on the list on both AuDHD and Yoku that are coming soon. And yet, it's been forever, and they still are not coming. Breaking the Shadow was in there coming soon for ages, for so long that it actually disappeared from the list for a while and returned to the list. I'm like, and then when it does come out, instead of doing that usual thing where it's like coming out, like this is the date that it's going to come out on, they're there as coming soon for ages and ages and ages, and then all of a sudden, boom, it's here. And if you're not like specifically watching and looking for it, even some of these ones that I was looking for, it's like all of a sudden you realize it started airing 3 days ago. Because there was no announcement that it's starting to air. It's just all of a sudden there. Has been here for 3 days already. Why do they keep doing this to me? Why? Why do they keep doing this to me? Either way, Breaking the Shadows is another one. It looked interesting, and it still is interesting, and I am watching it. And it's not so much that it's day-to-day life. It's more, this often happens when you have the females as the lead. Okay, so her partner went missing 52 or 56 days ago now. He went missing. Everybody around her is telling her that maybe she should stop looking for him and give up hope because he's most likely dead. But she's determined to still find him and refuses to listen to the fact that he might be dead because he was not just a partner to her. She actually had a major crush on him and was actually starting to fall in love with him and whatnot. And she's trying to solve the mystery of where he is, and she refuses to believe he's dead because it's just too painful to think about. I'm like, oh, that is fine. Except that then this drama, the problem is, for one thing, the coloring. It's all blue and gray. It's very dark, very laid back. The very first episodes, I'm like, okay, an action drama. Yes, we're going to go to a murder scene and find out what happened to the... It's raining. For like the whole first episode, it's raining. You know what rain does to me? Rain relaxes me and puts me to sleep. So the sound of rain, I'm like, an action drama. Oh gosh. And that's predictive of the entire thing because I have seen 3... Really? 3? No, that doesn't seem right. Oh, there you go. I did watch more of Flaming Hearts. I'm done 6 episodes of Flaming Heart. I forgot to turn the page. Breaking the Shadow, I have seen 5 episodes and 20 minutes. That's how far into Breaking the Shadows I am. And I forget what I was going to say. Flaming Hearts distracted me. It's all blue, and it's all dulled down. It is a sleeper drama. It's a sleeper drama. The sounds, the lack of music, the type of sounds, the rain, the colors, the characters. It's a sleeper. It's not an extreme one, which is why I'm still watching it, but it is a sleeper. And I'm like, why? Why can I not find anything that can be action? Like I thought it was going to be. That can like keep me awake and keep me focused and get my brain going on something other than this. Why? Why is it so hard lately? It's not fair. It's not fair. So, this is the problem with all the dramas that I've been trying to watch lately. There's two really good ones that I wanted to talk about. One that was good and one that was really good. And I had a slight problems with both of them that were a little disappointing. But I'll talk about those in a different video. And see who watches this one at all, because most of it is just rambly update of life, whatever. And these are the ones that tend not to get watched much. Plus, I'm talking about 3 dramas that most people probably either haven't heard of or don't care anymore, because 2 of the 3 are old. And one of them, like I say, it was like built up as it's coming, and then all of a sudden it's here and gone, and it's already finished, and it's like it comes out so fast. It's just because we can't apologize for delays. We just have to quickly get it out there. And when people are like, by the way, when is this drama going to come out? They're like, what do you mean, when is it going to come out? It's here, and it's been here for like 3 weeks already. What are you doing? What are you doing? Stop it. Anyway, so those are 3 dramas that I'm not saying they're bad. I'm just saying they're the wrong thing for me to be trying to watch right now. And everything, every suggestion for everything that I'm seeing lately, not it. Not it. Not gonna cut it for me. So, there you go. Very rambly video. I don't know what I'll do with it, but that's all said. Now, I want to watch a different one because I want to talk about Be Reborn, Season 1, apparently, and the drama Unnatural Fire. So if you want to hear about either of those and you made it this far into this one, leave a comment if you want to leave a comment. If you don't, whatever. If you Final Fantasy videos, if you're one of the people that's interested in the Final Fantasy videos, if you want to see my reactions to them, leave a comment so that I know that somebody is still interested, and I will do my best to get back to doing something about those. Yeah. Bye.